And good afternoon and welcome back, everyone. It's been a while. Yes, it has been. It was a good break for a bit. Dug in my teeth a little bit to fantasy, playing some NASCAR as well. But we are back to the first post-break episode of Grade A Power Plays. This is your boy Grade A Fantasy, back at it again. I did, unfortunately, yes, I'm showing you some bets that I did yesterday. Unfortunately, I did have a show prepped, just didn't have time to record. So I'll go over real quick what I did yesterday. I focused on the Boston game, and I focused on both sides. I focused on the really good odds of what was available. 260 power play point Tavares. You know I have to go Nylander. They were going against the number one team in penalty minutes, so you got to go there. But what I was able to double dip on was the man Mason Lowry, obviously with a lot of injury issues with the defensive pairing of Boston. Lowry has been playing almost 23, 24 minutes. They moved him up to the top power play. I was able to get the power play point. I was also able to get his assist, so he definitely had a solid game betting wise and fantasy wise. Just couldn't get every bet in with the Nylander. They had multiple chances. I think they only got one power play goal, but they had multiple chances. I think Boston ended up shorthanded 4, maybe even 5 times. 2 times in the first period that I did remember. So, but it was a fun day back. But let's get to what I like today. And there's only one game that I'm really going to be focusing on, and it's the last game as usual. Yes, I know it's me with the late games and everything, but I'm starting off with the power play points. We're going against Vancouver. Now, Vancouver normally is known to have a good power play, but what I like about this matchup is Vancouver is having a case of the Nashvilles. And what do I mean by that? Normally, when I'm talking about people who give up a lot of power plays, bad penalty kills, you hear me talk about Anaheim. You hear me talk about Boston. As time went on, they were giving up a lot of minutes, but they still had a decent PK. Their PK is dropping. There was a time that Nashville was giving up a decent amount in the teens, and then there was a time where I told you to attack Nashville. They got the 7th. Well, Vancouver was lower than Nashville in the mid to lower teens, and ever since January, obviously, trade rumblings and team infighting in the locker room, obviously with the JT Miller trade, with JT Miller, Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser issues, and all that other stuff, and Quinn Hughes injury issues. Still no inconsistency of Thatcher Demko being in and out when he can come back and stuff like that, and now he's back on the shelf again. Vancouver at this point is now in the top 5. They passed Montreal. They've passed Nashville in penalty minutes. Now, don't get me wrong, Kevin Lankinen has done a solid job, but 81.2 penalty kill, solid penalty kill. But the way Vancouver's been playing and the way LA has been playing towards the end of the break and now post break in a couple of games, I positively absolutely love LA. And once again, we're gonna stick with the line that I was also talking about, and they're still playing solid. We're gonna go and we're gonna stick with them. We're gonna go with LA2. We're just absolutely gonna go with LA2. In their last 5 games, I think the one game that the offense kind of stuck out, because throughout January the Kings had pretty much the worst offense, and it was like that 1 week before. It was literally the 1 week before. It was literally the 1 week before break where they just decided to wake up. Pretty much from beginning of February, all the way up to the break, pretty much, which was the first week of February, the first 8 days. All of a sudden, a team who was getting shut out scoring 1, and if you got lucky 2, they were scoring. They scored at least 4 goals in a couple of games before the break, if I'm not mistaken, and then they came out post break with 10 goals in 5 games. They had a horrible losing streak. They won 3 in a row. They beat Carolina 4-2, and it's all been that Byfield Fiala has been absolutely positively great. When they first came back Saturday, I don't think they were really a part of the matter of fact. They were. It's just that, yes, they were, but they just scored separately. They didn't correlate. The 5-3 win against Utah, so they've been off since then. But they've been scoring, and the main reason is the line too. Now, I'm here to give you the power plays because, I like the power play opportunity, and most importantly, Laferierre and Fiala both play on the second line, and they're power play correlated, plus 300, plus 420. Would love at least one of those guys to hook up with Drew Doughty and maybe Kempe if he swings it back around, possibly. Obviously, it's mainly set up for Drew Doughty at the top, swinging it to, I think it's Fiala to the right, Kempe to the left. Fine. But the reason why I haven't really done anything else besides that is because I haven't seen any line combinations yet. Everybody else on tonight's schedule has a line confirmed. I'm still waiting for the Kings to officially have something. There's not even nothing like, projected or anything like that. So I'm going to take it as they're still going to keep the same lines. Here's the thing that I'm waiting for, and I have a lot of time. Hopefully these odds haven't really moved like that. I'm just going to try it here because from what my notes were from earlier, Byfield and Fiala plus one. Okay, so this actually got better because earlier Byfield wasn't plus money. So that's why this is better. So yeah, all the odds that I have here are better. I had Byfield, as you can see there on my notes, I had Fiala and Byfield at plus 157, it's plus 166. So that means Byfield and Laferierre should be I think they should be 200 because I have them for plus 188. Byfield, Laferierre, yeah, plus 207. Yeah, it makes sense. And then Laferierre, and then obviously you take Byfield out of there. Fiala, Laferierre, plus 151. Yeah, everything went up because I have it as plus 133. Plus, I have the power play goals there. Like I said, it's a solid penalty kill, but we're just still waiting to see what's going on. Nothing's confirmed yet. They're the only one that officially doesn't have like an official confirmation yet. I figured they would have had something or maybe a skate from yesterday. But the reason why I'm waiting, and it's still not official who's their goalie either. They'll be going against Lankinen tonight, yes, but we'll have to wait and see. But here's the thing. Towards that game, when I think I do it? No, I think I played. I didn't bet anything. I think I played fantasy that night, and I did cash with the Kopitar, the Fiala, Byfield, Laferierre line. Laferierre scored, but they did something interesting, and I didn't stay up because the game started late. Puck drop wasn't even 10; it was 10:30. When they blew the game open after Vegas, when they blew the game over post second period after being up 1-0, Vegas took the lead 2-1, and they moved down Kempe. That's exactly what they did. They moved him down, and Kempe was on the line with Byfield and Fiala. So if they go with that combination, then yeah, I mean I already have the power play correlation here. Obviously, like I said, I have Laferierre. That I pretty much have everybody but Kopitar. Everybody but Kopitar here. If I'm not mistaken, he had the lowest odds. If I'm not mistaken, out of everybody, no, Fiala. Kopitar has plus 400 odds. But I'm waiting to see because normally when you have a burst of energy like that and you're down and then you end up winning 5-2 because of that slight change, Kempe might get put to that first. So which means if it happens that way, they're basically switching the two right wings because they're both the right wingers for their line. They play the right side. On the top line, it's Kopitar. His left side is Alex Turcotte. Right side has always been Kempe. It's always been that way. Sometimes Kevin Fiala plays the right side, but ever since everything's been clicking, Byfield is in the center of the second line with Fiala on the left wing. Fiala plays left wing whether if it's Philip Deneau or Byfield as the center. But it's Laferierre who's the one that's on the second line right wing. They simply put up Laferierre and Turcotte with Kopitar, and they had Kempe, Byfield, and Fiala. So that would be the simplest. That's what I think could happen. And obviously everything stays the same with, the Philip. Everything else stays the same with the line 3 plus with the power play 2 correlation of Philip Deneau. You have Byfield, but then you also have Philip Deneau, Fogle, and Trevor Moore. And that's the main guys for power play 2 with Jordan Spence being their power play quarterback. So it's just one of those things that I'm waiting for. But if that happens, then hey, the odds will slightly change because Kempe has the biggest odds for a point. But if it goes the way it is, I will be looking forward to having I should at least, if anything, you should at least go Byfield Fiala, because that combo has been great on the second line. Whether if they're together on the second line, whether together on the third line, Byfield Fiala. The question is, does Laferierre does Laferierre? I mean, the power play correlation is still there. The question is, they're both the right wingers. Does Kempe and Laferierre switch? And that means Kempe will be on the right of Byfield while Laferierre will be on the right of Kopitar. Could you still get Kopitar-Kempe because it's one of the most probably consistent combos in the league when it comes to sports betting on NHL? Yes, but if anything, I'm pretty sure you're going to have Quinton Byfield and Fiala. So right now at plus money, Byfield and Fiala is what? Plus 166. So right now, that's the bet you take. You're just going to have to keep checking Daily Faceoff, maybe LAKings.com, NHL.com, to see if anything comes out. They were off yesterday, so maybe something comes out. But if not, if you don't see nothing come out, it's 3 o'clock Eastern right now. If nothing comes out by like 5, 6 o'clock, then just hope that these odds stay the same, or at least Byfield being the center stays at plus money. And Byfield Laferierre, obviously those odds will be better more than Byfield and Kempe. That is the first day back. Also, I will continue grade A banking as the NASCAR series continues. Like I said, I'll be switching up the format a bit, talking about it DFS-wise, betting-wise. Just get into NASCAR as best as I can. As I said, this is just something to extend the channel up to when hockey's done over the summer, and we'll be looking back at football. As for me, people who follow the channel, you know I'm officially back in football when the preseason Hall of Fame game starts. So that is my preview for tonight. I'm only focusing on the one game, the last game. I think those have the best opportunity and best odds, most profitability right there. So those are my props right there and my combos. But remember, be aware of the Kempe Laferierre situation. Like I said, as of right now, it's status quo until something changes. Obviously, Kempe on line 1, Laferierre on line 2. But like I said, I love the Byfield Fiala Laferierre line. That's one of the best lines. That was one of the best lines going into the break, and it's still one of the best lines coming out post break. So we'll see what happens from there. But once again, that's the info I have for you all. Thank you for tuning in. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and definitely look out for me either later tonight to start like a NASCAR betting preview. If not, you'll definitely see me busy tomorrow with a big slate tomorrow. I'm already taking notes for what I like tomorrow, and I got to get out my NASCAR betting as well as my top DFS plays. So thank you for tuning in once again. Have a wonderful day. Other than that, good luck tonight with your picks. If you're playing NASCAR, if you're playing the slate tomorrow, let me just give you a heads up on the good luck and everything. NBA slate, good luck tonight. And other than that, updates, NASCAR, the NASCAR shows will still be my best bets on FanDuel, best bets on DraftKings. And obviously, it's just something that I do, a top 10 round robin / parlay pick that I like to do on DraftKings, since you could parlay and round robin those top 10 picks together rather than since you can only single bet top 10 picks on FanDuel. But I'm always finding some good plus money and some good stats on why the people I pick and the drivers that I pick are good. Even though I'm picking them before pre-qualifying. Once again, it's the 4th or 5th race that they be doing at COTA. So a little bit of decent sample size there, but we could definitely get into that over the next couple of days. Race is 4 days away, so I like to get the bets in because the odds are better. You're kind of betting blind in a way. You kind of are, because obviously qualifying is always done the day before. But like I said, it's important to get those bets early because a lot of things get nuked after the. It's better to just do research and hope things continue the way they are, and you definitely just need a little luck in betting regardless. So anyway, once again, thank you for tuning in. This is Grade A Fantasy with another episode of Grade A Power Plays. Thank you once again. Signing off.